Hey guys, Roshi is here. Here is my Yeti combo list. I stole this deck from someone else. I honestly forget who it was, so I can't give them credit. But I changed it so much, it barely even looks like what they had. They weren't using even-handed Golem or drawing nearly as many as cards as we are. And we also have alternate win cons, so we're not all in on Azindel. Wow. Ignore that. Azindel is the alternate win con. We're not all in on the combo. Me being terrible at words aside, let's just hop into it. If you don't know, the combo is you play Belligerent Yeti, and then you play Stained Honor, and then cast Curtain Call. So to do this, we need 2 Shadow, 4 Time, and 1 Primal. And then from there, we can just click this button 25 times or however many times and you just win. Unlike other combo decks, I've yet to run out of time, even when my opponent's at 50 health. You can click the buttons super fast and it stalls out the clock because you're actually making actions. And you typically do this at the start of your turn anyway, so I've never even came close. I imagine if my opponents got up to like 100 health or something, maybe then I'd be a little more worried. But even then, I'd probably just wipe their board first and then focus on their face. And as you're doing this, you gain 1 life each time you click the button. But like I said, I've yet to have it come to that point where I needed to do that and like combo again later. But yeah, so this is the 6 power combo, 3 cards. It can be disrupted by removal or counter spells, just like most other combos. But the fact that all the combo that can just be slammed down with 6 power, that's pretty early when you've got your opponent at the point where they have to hold up removal every turn. So your goal from that point on is to just slam pressure at them. And sometimes you just have to go for the combo and hope they don't have it. But with all the card draw we have and like the blocking and like removal, it's not that unlikely that we get to the point where we're ahead and we're forcing our opponent to tap out to put pressure on us to get through our like wall of chump blockers, and then you just win the game. So that's the combo. Let's just take a look at the stuff that goes along the way. Desert Alchemist, this goes in basically every single time deck I'm ever going to build from now on. It's removal, it's power fixing. I've talked about it in every single time deck text so far, so you should probably know what this is by now. But this card is a wonder of the format, and it's quite strong. Ephemeral Wisp. This is just the ultimate stall. If you're playing against a deck that doesn't have Overwhelm, Unblockable, or Flying, Wisp is just going to lock them down. It's going to come down on turn 2, and it's going to save you so much life it's not even funny. It's excellent against cards like Buton, Jack, or just big thick boys like Darude, Sandstorm Titan, and etc. Having Devour, also, we're running Devour. So we can just sack our Wisp at will to draw 2, and it's like not even a cost. Next up, we have Even-Handed Golem. This is why we're playing all even cards, but I probably don't have to explain this card, but drawing 2 is crazy. We can rip it into play with Grazer, and it blocks. So even with the nerf, it still just blocks, and that's fine. Win over Stained Honor. Temple Scribe. This is Even-Handed Golem, but slightly worse, and gains us life. Next up, we've got Grazer. This can rip all our stuff into play, and it can actually put some of our combo pieces into play, which will kind of give you away. But Gentle Grazer is so strong that it's hard not to play him. And we have so many 2-drops, we're actually more likely not to hit our combo pieces than we are anyway. And if you hit Curtain Call, it's kind of expected that any of these decks with these Kellers are going to have Curtain Call anyway, so the jig isn't up at that point. I imagine as more people adopt this list, or if I play it more, if it becomes more common, expect more people to play around your combo. But for now, I've played against people that have played like 4 Annihilates against me, and if they had held any one of them, I would have lost, but I was able to just steal wins. Broker's pretty strong. There's a good chance my market isn't even correct, but Broker in our case lets us grab Last Chance. If our combo gets disrupted, we can use this to get some of our pieces back super cheaply. Reread just doubles up on Curtain Call and our draw spells and Aeromont's designs or Equivocate. So this is the most common option I grab. If I'm just slamming a turn 4 Broker, this is kind of just like a free roll. And whatever cards we're using against the matchup that are good, we'll just double them up. And you can also use it to flip back a Curtain's Call if you used it early to save yourself some life. Pride Leader, there's a lot of cards and relics that just screw you over. If some reason someone's still playing Abigraft and it's on one of your Yeti or Stained Honor, this will save you. And there's a few relics that stop you from playing cards from your Void. I forget the name right now, but this counters that. Silverblade Menace, I've yet to grab this, so this might be the first one I cut. But I imagine if you play against a spell-heavy deck or unitless control, just jamming 4 of these on top of the deck might be all it takes to close out the game and get a win. And Azindel Revealed, this is just our alternate win con. He's a house, kind of an old but good card. Coming down against mid-range, where they might have a lot of removal or like a really removal-heavy deck. This guy forces your opponent to have multiple removal spells, 1 for the Azindel, and 2 to clear the way to keep attacking you, because he comes down and makes a huge presence, and with all the card draw we have, we're just going to keep slamming more Azindels. So maybe the first Azindel dies, but the Wisps stay around. Then the next one comes down and draws you 2. Then they deal with that, and the third one comes down. So he can bog down the board. As long as they're not like about to kill you with flying, he'll probably be good. And that's the market, so let's go back to the spells. Curtain Call. This is one that's been called by Sunny, Veil, and Stormblessed as the best card in the format, and I kind of agree with them. It's really solid, but it's hard to cast, so I think that's kind of fair. Being able to protect your guys, your chump blockers, gain you a ton of life, and then tick back later for you to get a good attack in and gain some life again, really goes a long way to stalling out your life. The 4 time cost is pretty hard to get to, especially in a 3-color deck, but we've skewed our mana base to be able to hit it, and we have lots of time cards we can plunder away to get extra time sigils. Devour, I've kind of talked about this, but we've got a billion weenies and we're chump blocking with them, so Devour is probably at its best here. If you're forced to play out one of your Stained Honors or Belligerent Yetis, never do it unless you have Devour up. Especially against decks with like Turn to Seed, because you have to Devour in response. We don't have Aegis at all, so if you don't Devour in response, you just lose. Equivocate, I probably should be playing more of these, but it's just a good tempo catch-all spell. It's cheap as hell and we draw a ton of cards, so it's pretty solid. I don't know what I'd cut to add more, that's the problem, but this is definitely one to look to add more of if you're struggling against bigger threats. Aeromont's Designs, this card's funny. You can rip it into play with Grazer, and I've had that completely decimate my opponent's board, but I've also had it completely decimate my board as well. So be careful with that one, but most often it usually just wrecks your opponent more. And we just really need it, like, if you're on the draw and they play a 1-drop into a 2-drop, and you play Aeromont's Designs, you probably just win the game. But this card's good. It's cheap and efficient. Next up, we've got Honor of Claws. The only discard synergy we have is Wisp, and we're always happy to discard this and then play land and maybe get 1 or 2 Wisps back. And just the digging potential is important for us to hit our combo. I kind of made it so that all of our minions draw us cards, and a lot of our spells also draw us cards. So we're just going to flip through our deck super fast, and I kind of went for raw brute force card advantage over more selective, like, choose 1 of 3, just because we don't always want to combo, and sometimes we just want to be able to slam a bunch of removal and then hopefully tank into a Zindel, and just raw card draw is better for the matchups where, you know, you're gonna lose the combo, so you gotta do plan B or plan C. Plan C being attacking them with 1/1s until they die. The mana base, We've got 4, no sigils this time. It might be correct to add 1 or 2 if your opponent's playing Ice Bolt, but I haven't seen a lot of them on the Throne Ladder, so I really wouldn't worry about that. Instead, we're playing Waystone just to gain some extra life and buy time. Time symbols, and the mana base was kind of crafted so that 1, we can play Silixes on time on turn 2, and 2, so that eventually we can rip the treasures from them. And most importantly, this card is the hardest for us to cast, so we want most of our stuff to give us time, but we also need 2 shadows and at least 1 primal, so we're playing a few crests just to round out the other Kellers, and the rest of it just all gives us time. That's a little bit why. If you need to sub Silixes, my answer would be to open packs until you don't have to. These cards are insane. But that's the deck. Enjoy. We'll keep this one. Against Stone Scar, I think we keep this.
A single shot is all it takes.
Drop, please. Please, please. Okay, 2 drop. Oh. I think, we'll go for Ambusher. Oh, we'll just Designs. Screw it.
It's written right here.
Stand back.
Try and block. Could have a pretty spicy turn. Not up here.
Stand back.
If this gets to happen. Just go ahead and rip this. We'll discard Treasure.
It's written right here.
Alright, we're just missing one piece of the combo.
Now it's my turn.
Go for a Zindel here. Just in case we don't get the combo. I send the turn back. Let's see what we hit. Oh. That's hilarious. I hadn't thought of that when I put it in this deck.
A single shot is all it takes.
Yeah, I think we just send the turn back here.
Stand back.
Honestly, maybe we don't even try and combo. I'd rather just slam a Zindel.
The battlefield awaits!
You shall witness true.
Coming in hot. That's a good one.
Step aside, tyrant.
So, amusing combo we had coming up there. I think if we had hit Curtain Call there, we would have been able to just mash Wisp's button and steal cards from our opponent every time we click the button. It's not infinite, but it doesn't need to be when you draw a card. Each time you click the button. Try and get a better starter here. Fine. lead off of this, so our power enters untapped if we wanted it. Go ahead and play a scout land here. We'll keep that.
Swords, sharp and true.
We'll play Wisp. I mean, discarding it to honor is obviously better, but playing against fire, so we don't need to be that greedy.
I fought for them all.
You can wisp it. Wisp it good.
Die with honor.
Stand back.
All the combo pieces. Might be another Zindel game.
I fought for them all.
A little inspiration.
Choose a path.
Oh boy. Actually, Yeti saves us. Which is funny. Not that we really need saving that badly, but I'm probably gonna do it. It's better than getting beamed in the face for 4 every turn. Actually, we'll pop this guy. And make sure we can, play a Zindel. Yeah, Grim, it's not over, Yeti. It's all still time for the spaghetti.
Step aside, tyrant.
Ouch.
Die with
We're still in a good spot, but that's not really what you want to see. Come on, a Windle. Aha!
Channel inner peace.
Whatever you need. I love my work.
It's written right here.
I just deal with that now. Get that weak shit out of here.
I fought for them all.
Oof. Not really what you want to hit. Because now we can draw into it, though.
It's written right here.
Hey! Who needs the combo? I've got a Zindel. I don't need the combo. Better? Oh, one card away.
Die with honor.
Huh. I don't know. I think we just slam this. Against fire.
Channel inner peace. Swords, sharp and true.
Nice. Certainly take ambusher.
Die with honor.
And the 420 graze it. Alright, well. I've never actually tried this before. I guess he conceded. Or is it just doing it on its own? No hands. I'm not doing anything. I like it. I like that too. Let's make sure we hit our land drops here. We actually have the whole combo in our hand. We'll plunder stuff for lands. We'll let Bread Leader happen. We don't need to get too aggressive here.
Stand back.
Let's get rid of... We can ditch one of these. Well, this seems balanced. If he taps out, we just win. 10 out of 10. We did it! Yay! Oh, I played the wrong land. Guys, I played the wrong land. Let's grab last chance. No one saw that. You don't see anything. Nothing can be seen.
I know hidden paths. Key forever
All right.
lock.
I see the I see the line. No, I only had the one drink. But if I said I was drunk, would you forgive me for being a bad player? Probably conceded. No hands. Alright. This deck dumb. Or like have removal right away. Yeah. Columns for days. Yeah, I guess.
I know hidden paths. Key for every lock.
Wonder what he takes. A Zendel?
Stand back.
choose a path.
Yeah, we'll do reread. That way we can cast Curtain Call pretty aggressively now.
Embrace the shadow.
I know hidden paths.
Alright. That's what you want.
Key for every lock.
I don't think they know what we're up to. Alright. Got a long wait. This seems good.
Time quickens.
It's funny. Grim, you know that book I was talking about that you had no idea what I was talking about? The name of the main character, his last name is Stormblessed. That's kind of funny. Just need a Yeti and Curtain Call. There's Yeti. Yep, that's the name of the main character.
Tick tock.
Yeah, I don't think erotic is too bad.
Time quickens.
And we draw curtain call. Oh.
It's written right here.
I'll be darned if we don't go down trying.
Choose a path.
I guide through the shadows.
Oh, that's frustrating.
You shall witness true power.
I suppose as bad as mine is pretty meaningfully good against us.
You're a sad bunch.
How we draw this? Come on. Rolling.
Stand back.
Get that life. Let's hope he doesn't have a killer.
Death from across the sand. Let them feel your sting.
That's fine. We've got second Azindel.
Stand back.
You shall witness true power.
Oh, he just left. Alright.